After episode 2, I want to tell you something really important. I didn't want to become a parent because of immaturity. It was because of awareness. I didn't avoid parenting because I didn't want to take responsibility. I avoided it because I knew the cost. From about the age of 12, I remember telling my mother, I don't want to have kids. I want to have control over my own life. I'm too selfish. I don't want to sacrifice everything. And along the way, people would say, as you get older, you'll change your mind. But I knew I wouldn't, because I knew exactly what parenting looked like. My father was born in 1925. Old school values. Men go out and provide, women keep the family together. And my mother, she did exactly that. She was a stay-at-home mum my whole childhood. Not absent, not passive, not checked out. She was there. When other kids had nicer clothes but absent parents, my mum was there. When I wanted to play cricket for Australia, she enrolled me in cricket clinics and drove me. When I wanted to be a radio announcer, she organised radio work experience at Power FM in Ballarat. And when I wanted to be a rock star, she managed my band. She would walk into venues, sit down, demand to speak to the booking agent, and refuse to go until she booked her son's band a gig. She supported me to get my Gold Duke of Edinburgh Award, my Queen Scout Award, being the school captain of my primary school and my high school, and she was instrumental in me being awarded the 2001 Young Citizen of the Year Award for my local area. And here's the part that matters the most. My mother was told as a baby that she'd been poisoned by mercury, that she'd never live past 40, and that she'd never have children. And she had me anyway. And she's still here at 73. She lived her entire life with no guarantee of a future and still gave everything to me. So when I'd say to people, I don't want to have children, it wasn't fear. It was because of the exceptionally high standard my mother had set. When you've seen what real parenting looks like, you don't step into that lightly. And then Poppy came into my life. And I want to be really clear about this because the order matters. I didn't fall in love with my partner Ange and decide I want to be a parent. It actually happened the opposite way round. Ange and I were deeply connected. We were intimate friends, but we lived thousands of miles apart from each other and never expected to be in a relationship. But then I met Poppy and I fell in love with her instantly. She was witty, she was funny, she was intelligent, she was creative. And when Poppy's dad passed and I saw her need, that space for a parent, I didn't rush into it. I took a lot of time to reflect, and I had to ask myself, is this really what you want? Are you willing to do this properly? And are you committed to doing this for life? And then something became really clear. I wasn't being led here by obligation, expectation, or fear. I'd been led here by love. They were love. The choice was simple. Annie and Poppy weren't separate choices. They were love. It was about the family that was forming. And when I stepped into that role, I knew exactly what I had to bring. I had to bring presence, consistency, support, safety, and love. Not because I was trying to be impressive, but because I'd seen what was possible. And that's episode 2.5, The Parent. Thanks again for watching and listening, and I can't wait to see you in episode 3, The Songwriter.